Hi, I'm Ben McSheffrey, and I'm the Technical Training Manager for Symmons Industries. Today, I'll demonstrate how to install the new, redesigned LaundryMate laundry outlet box from Symmons. Now, we've always had a LaundryMate box available. In fact, it's been one of our most popular products for years. So why did we redesign it? Well, things change, particularly plumbing and construction industries. And they change frequently. So addressing the new code changes was priority number one. Ease of installation and additional features were also at the top of the list. But we also revamped LaundryMate to be a better design for today's homes. Laundry rooms are huge selling points now, so a laundry connection that looks discreet and professional is crucial to the look of the finished laundry room as a whole. To get us started today, let's take a look at what's inside the box. Inside the LaundryMate box, you'll find 2 PVC LaundryMate boxes, 2 PVC trim plates, 2 metal mounting straps, and 2 brass quarter-turn ball valves with lock nuts. There are 2 individual valves to meet new code requirements in some areas, 1 red for hot water and 1 blue for cold water. Depending on your order and your local code, these ball valves may or may not include arresters. LaundryMate also offers options for condensate funnel, a discharge hose clamp, and PEX crimp or PEX cold expansion adapters, so those may be included if you ordered them. One of the key areas we focused on when we redesigned the box is how it can be mounted. We all know that wall framing in the field doesn't always end up as perfectly as we'd hope. That's why we created the dual box design. You can mount them side by side, one on top of the other, on separate walls, surface mounted, or even as a single box. Keep in mind that specific heights and locations vary greatly depending on your particular job site. And those locations are determined by the type of washing machines and dryers going in, like standard side-by-side machines versus a stackable washer dryer. As a result, we won't be discussing locations in this video, so plan your layouts according to your piping and machine locations. Now, let's head over to the workshop and we'll take a look at all the different ways you can install LaundryMate. But before we get started, I just want to briefly touch on the water and drain piping. Your drain will always be in the bottom of the box, unless you live south of the equator, in which case the drain would be on top. Is that right?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But your water piping could be fed from the top. In this case, you can simply flip the valve box to make piping easier. It really depends on where you want the laundry box mounted in relation to the washing machine. The most common laundry box configuration is within a stud bay. The dual boxes can mount within a standard 16-inch stud bay using the rigid metal straps. Most competitors use plastic straps that can crack or break, but the LaundryMate's rigid metal straps help keep things solid. Just insert the metal straps through the slots on the top and bottom of the box, then position the boxes where you need them. You can span the studs completely, or you can fasten one box to one stud and then span the remaining box on the straps. Now let's talk about a situation where the stud ends up in the middle of your layout. This is where the interlocking tab system on the LaundryMate really shines. Just align the boxes on both sides of the stud at the height you want and then screw them in. That's it. If you want to go the extra mile, you could use a metal strap on each box, but it's not necessary. Here's an example of a stud straddle mounted box with the supplies being fed from the top. You can also mount each box individually to the sides of the studs within a single bay and use the straps to span the two for added strength. You may have a situation where the boxes are mounted on different walls, like the drain box behind the machine, and the water supply box on a wall 90 degrees to the right or left. LaundryMate can handle that. In some cases, you may be tight for space horizontally, and stacking the boxes vertically can save the day. You may use LaundryMate's optional funnel attachment to handle a condensate line from an air conditioning unit or some other appliance. It just snaps into the drain and you're good to go, but check your local code to see if this is allowed in your area first. LaundryMate is the largest dual box on the market, but it can also be used in tight spaces with just one box. Another option is the Go Simple, with just one box, either mounted directly to a stud or within a stud bay on the metal straps. The last mounting option is surface mounted. Surface mounting is popular in unfinished basements or utility rooms. In the integrated standoffs on the back of the box make it easy to mount to wood, concrete, or any other surface. Now we'll move on to the drain connection. To meet code for the drain, LaundryMate uses a 2-inch PVC glue fit outlet with a factory knockout plug for pressure testing. Once testing is complete, you'll use a plumber's chisel, also known as a screwdriver, to remove the knockout. Just make sure it doesn't fall down inside the piping when you're done. LaundryMate offers an optional combination drain hose clamp and condensate funnel. Machine vibrations and discharge surges can actually dislodge that drain hose and can really make a mess. This secure clamp on the drain hose can eliminate a lot of headaches and liability claims down the road. As I mentioned earlier, the funnel attachment just snaps into the drain outlet and can be used for condensate discharge lines. Now we'll move on to the water supply valves. We designed the new LaundryMate to address two of the many new code restrictions popping up in the US and Canada: individual water shutoff valves and water hammer arresters. Our new valves are quarter-turn brass ball valves with sweat connections. They can be ordered with or without water hammer arresters depending on the code in your area, but honestly, they're a great thing to have regardless of the code. They prevent the water piping from banging when the washing machine fills up and shuts off. There are also options for PEX crimp and PEX expansion adapters depending on your piping. Since they are individual valves and there are knockouts in multiple spots on the boxes, you could even feed one water line from the top and the other from the bottom if you needed to. And to finish it off, LaundryMate includes two finished trim plates. LaundryMate is the only standard box that offers finished trim that can accommodate 2 sheets of 5/8 sheetrock. Why is that important? Well, double sheets are required for fire code in some areas. These trim plates just snap right in when the job is done, and they are paintable to match the room's decor. Well, I know that was a lot to absorb, but I think you'll agree that the new LaundryMate laundry outlet boxes can handle any situation you throw at them. Thanks, and have a great day. If you have any questions about LaundryMate or any Symmons product, just give our technical support team a call at 1-800-SYMMONS.